You look like you're about to sneeze.
What? I do?
Like you're about to sneeze.
Did I? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I was reading something. Sorry. I didn't even realize we were recording already. It was so quiet. I was like, oh, Ryan's still setting up. Like, all right. My bad.
I thought we were on the same page. I was like, okay, we're ready. We're going. Welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at takeabreathpod. Also, check us out on Twix every now and then. I do look. I haven't posted anything. I went and looked at stuff a while back, but you know, whatever. Yeah, email. I do check the email. takeabreathpod@gmail.com. There you go. All one word. No underspaces. There you go. Just hit us up there. Also, check out the Patreon at takeabreathpod. $5 a month gets you put on the ticker. You know, so you get to join Judy. She feels very special being on the ticker. It makes her feel every time she's an audio listener, but every time I mention it, she thinks of the ticker, and then she feels very good about it. So, all right.
Okay.
Judy, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Have you heard of the rapper Dank Demoss?
No.
Okay. So this lady is a Detroit rapper, and she has been in the news lately because, oh no, I just erased it. Oh no. So I had the video of...
What do you mean you just erased it? Like the link?
I clicked the X on the link instead of actually... clicking on the tab itself, so it's fine. Okay. So she is a Detroit rapper who recently was in the news because she was told that she was too large to enter a person's lift vehicle. She is 500 pounds, right?
Okay.
So, and the video, the one that I just deleted, was the one that showed the vehicle that she would have been getting into, the one that she was told no thank you.
Okay.
And the point of that video is just to say it was a full-size sedan, right?
Okay, like a... Well, now I do have to sneeze.
Bless you. Oh! I knew it! Nostradamus!
Excuse me. Full sedan, like a... Camry? I'm sorry, I'm trying to like...
I don't know. I don't sell cars. I don't know a full-size...
you mentioned it. Like,
whatever. I know, but I'm just saying, like, it has 4 doors on it. Like...
Don't most cars have 4 doors these days? Well...
No, some don't have 4 doors. Some have 2 doors.
Okay.
Some are SUVs. Like I have an SUV. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
My wife
but it's not an SUV. Basically, it's just a car.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. It's a 4-door car, and it will say full size. Like it's on the bigger end of whatever vehicle you've seen on the road. What I don't know. Models, I know the make. I know Toyota and Cadillac. I can't tell you CTVS. Cadillac is nothing but letters. How am I supposed to know? Anyway, okay, so in the video we do see that it is just a 4-door car, and I bring that up because I got to be careful this time. I don't want to.
Yeah, don't exit out of it again.
I didn't exit out of it this time. We're good. So I bring that up to show you this story, right? From, what is this? Where is the Buzz? A super reputable website right here.
Yeah, okay.
500-pound rapper Dank Demoss proves that she can fit in an SUV amid lift discrimination lawsuit. Now, I'm sure, first off, look at this. Look at this girl.
I don't think he can see
okay?
you. Oh, we're doing that.
Hey, it's a real man. Hey, buddy. Look,
he
look
said,
at
hey,
this.
buddy. Hey, buddy.
So, So look at this lady. Okay, this is a big girl. I'm not gonna do the debate over whether she could have actually fit in the car or not. Okay? I don't want to go through that. But she's big, and then we have this picture down here of her getting into the SUV. But that is an SUV, not a car. All right, so we're cheating the system a little bit. I just want to say. However, this whole thing, the reason I brought all this up to you, Judy, is because it's given me an idea for a new business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, did you know that, and it's kind of like, duh, once you hear it, but did you know that there is a weight limit for horseback riding?
I did, yes.
Okay. So what we do is we go and get horses that big back people like myself, like Dank Demoss, we find those horses so that everyone can go horseback riding. All we have to do is just get like 3 of these Clydesdales put together, and then we can all go horseback riding. Think of it.
Put together?
A lot of people, yeah.
Not just one.
Look,
we need 3 together?
Well, because I be doing research, okay? I take this show seriously. I be doing research. So apparently a horse can only hold about 15 to 30 on the highest end of its percentage of its weight on its back, right?
Okay.
So a Clydesdale, which gets up to about, on the high end, 2,000 pounds.
Wow. Okay.
No, it wasn't 30% because that'd be too much.
Yeah. I was like, wait, 2,000%.
It can hold about 15% of its weight. That's the high end. Sorry.
Okay.
So a Clydesdale, which gets up to 2,000 pounds, can hold up to a 300 pounder, right? Yes. But then we're missing out. If we only do one, we're missing out on the Dank Demosses of the world. Okay?
Okay.
And these are the people that we are trying to bring in. Like, we're trying to make them feel comfortable. We're trying to say, hey, we have a big back horseback riding ranch just for you. Come on in, right? So we do, what we'll have to do, though, is we'd have to do, like, how the, because we put the horses together, right? And then we have to put, like, a board across the backs of the horses. I see. Okay, so that they could sit. Because otherwise, like, how is anyone, like, you can't straddle 3 Clydesdales?
No, right.
I've watched a lot of porn, and I have not come across that. So, it's pretty safe to say, not a possibility.
Got it. Okay.
So, yes, this is my new business. Big
Back Ranch? Is that going to be the name?
Big Back Ranch, exactly.
Trademark it.
We're gonna start a GoFundMe, okay? If you want to be an investor of this, right? Because that's what you're investing in this business. Then we'll drop the link. You know what? No, what we'll do. Anyone who wants to invest, you email us, takeabreathpod@gmail.com. Yes. And we'll send you the link for everything. That's how you become an insider, people. You have to make moves to make moves. Why did I become fucking Jordan from the Wolf of Wall Street?
Make moves to make moves.
See, this is what happens when you want to start This is what happens when you want to start a business, right? Like, you start thinking like business people. You get in that mode of, I gotta keep moving at all times so that my profits keep going up. Oh, okay, I gotta shake that off. Okay,
it's pretty funny. You know what? It's because when you mentioned that, I remember there was like this. There's like these group of influencers that got flown out by some makeup company, right? And one of the girls, or one of the influencers there, she was like a bigger girl, and like the horseback ranch that they were at basically outed her. It was like, you can't get on our horse because you're too big, girl. So it caused like all this controversy around it. That was so wild. I was like, oof.
Oh my God, look, see, this is a need. This is a need that is out there. Big Back Ranch.
Big Bag Ranch.
Coming to you.
We're gonna get sponsored by one of those makeup brands who need to show all of their full-figured influencers that they too can do everything else that their skinny friends can.
Country is hot right now, okay?
So,
look, Beyonce went country.
Yes.
Post Malone is full country now. Like, I don't even think he wants to represent that he ever rapped. Okay, it's huge. So that what do? You start Big Back Ranch. You get it so that all the big backs can go horseback riding in, to a degree. I'm not, because you sitting on something that is on the back, but you up there.
Up there, yeah. Yeah, you get that experience.
Girlfriend, I'm thinking of you, girlfriend. Okay. Oh man. All right, Judy. Let's just get out of the way. The Super Bowl happened.
Yes. It's come and gone.
Let's get out of the way. I want to say it's get out of the way because it sucked on every facet, in my opinion. The only thing that I liked was the halftime show.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even because of the messaging or anything like that. It was honestly because after last year's debacle, from a production standpoint with Usher. Right. Where they were doing all these things that were great for if you were at the actual stadium, but if you were watching it at home, you're just like, what the fuck is going on? I can't tell anything, right?
Yeah.
Juxtaposed to this year in which everything was so well executed from someone, who has my background of just doing television stuff and having a appreciation for how that kind of stuff works. It was chef's kiss. And then on top of it, it's just songs that I also really like. Okay.
Yes.
So, because I'm a big Kendrick fan, so
yeah.
But yeah, other than that, the the game wasn't good. The commercials weren't good.
The commercials, right? I go, they were just like below mid, and I go, these companies paid how much for this ad to be played on here? Like, what were they thinking?
The only one that I can't say because there was a couple that would they gave me a chuckle, but I think it's the expectation, like you were talking about. They're paying what, $1.5 million or whatever for that 30-second spot.
If that, it might be more.
The Walter Goggins goggles commercial, that one is like, all right, that gives me a chuckle. I appreciate it. But everything else, other than the breast cancer one. The breast cancer one was good. Okay. Right? Where they're just talking about tits the whole time, and you're like, what is going on?
Didn't they have someone breastfeeding on wait.
I really thought that it was that we had hit just the part of our history where we started doing breast augmentation commercials. And I was like, oh my God, this is a titty implant commercial on the Super Bowl. This is happening. We are living in a parody in real time, people.
Yeah.
And then when it flipped and it was actually about breast cancer awareness, I was like, oh, you got me. You got me so good. That was a good one.
That was a good one. I did like the Nike one they did with all those female athletes. I thought that was pretty neat. I was like, okay, I like it.
Okay, look, I just, for anyone who's watching on YouTube, they just saw I gave an eye roll. That's not me. That's me being a bit of a misogynist, and it's only because it feels like that stuff is being forced upon us so much, but at the same time, I get it. It has to be forced upon us to a degree in order for there to be more appreciation, more change. But that's one when it came on, especially since I'm not the person that they're, talking to in that commercial. When it came on, I think my brain turned off. So so I'll give you that one was probably fine.
Okay, thank you. But while this thing was, apparently that was Nike's first Super Bowl ad in 30 years.
Really?
Yeah, or not 30, maybe 27, but close enough to 30 years. But yeah, that was their first Super Bowl ad. I mean, I was like, wow.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. I honestly, I don't always understand the point of having a Super Bowl ad because it's normally for brands that are already super well established. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure that there's some number somewhere that says, oh, every time we've done a Super Bowl commercial, our sales have jumped 40% over the next fiscal quarter or something like that. I'm sure there's a reason for it. But, like, I already know about Doritos. Right. I already know about Michelob Ultra. I already know about Nike.
Budweiser. Yeah.
You know, so I don't know.
I don't know either. I just thought it was funny because all these people posted. There was like, I only saw one lady, and you said you saw multiple videos of people with like voodoo dolls. But I only saw one lady who had like a Patrick Mahomes voodoo doll, and obviously she had like a little needle that she kept like poking at it.
She was
and people were just like
destroying that thing.
She was just poking, and I mean, obviously, all these people had like their dissertations about how, like, you know, because it's in New Orleans and it's all the voodoo stuff, and I was just cracking up. Like, look, whatever people believe that their team can work or can win somehow, I'm gonna let y'all do you.
That was the other thing that was mid about it is like they did not the Pledge of Allegiance, the national anthem, right? The guy who did the national anthem, that performance sucked because the mix was all off. I could barely hear him singing. Yeah. And when you're doing a performance when it's just the guy and an instrument, you probably should be able to hear that guy's voice.
Yeah. And he's such a good singer. We love John Baptiste.
Yes!
But barely. Who knows? It's all right. We're just happy it's over. We're happy that Patrick Mahomes lost. It's like, you know, it's all good here.
I'm actually sad about that. I was hoping to see history. I'm never going. Yeah, everybody's happy about these things, but then we're always hoping that it happens, right? Because everybody's happy when the Patriots lost against the Giants, right? But we always are like, man, it would be cool to see an undefeated season, though, right? No! You have the chance, and you're running against it!
Right. It would be cool to see another three-peat. Too late, it's gone. No! Who knows when we're going to get that again?
Oh, God.
And then, like, somehow the Eagles win next year, and they're like, oh, okay, we're back here again.
Oh, God, if that happens, look, I say this now after having probably the worst playoff bracket in the history of playoff brackets. Right. But that does seem like a team that's built to go for at least a repeat. Maybe not a three-peat, but at least a repeat. So,
yeah.
Wait, wasn't there something else about the Super Bowl you wanted to talk about, though? I swear.
I thought it was more there was a story of a guy who got caught cheating, and it's not even about getting caught cheating per se. But why? My thing is, why would you, as a man, cheat at like one of the biggest sporting events in like the world? Maybe not the world, maybe like the country. And of all places for you, why can't you just do it at, like, you know, a Pelicans game? You got to go and do it at the Super Bowl where, you know, there's a lot of cameras out there. A lot of people watch it.
He probably thought he was hiding in plain sight. Like, there's more people at this game than there have been at any other game at a football stadium this year.
You're right. I'm just saying, of all places.
And they're going to be looking at Taylor Swift the whole time. They don't care about me and this strange I'm getting on the side. Like, how did he
somehow?
So how did he get caught though? Is because I think
there may have been a camera that panned at like the audience and the wife saw him because he said he was on a business trip.
You got caught, Fred. You got caught. You gotta be.
But please, just next time, just, you know, do it at a Pelicans game. Like I said, if you're in New Orleans.
See, I get that, honestly. Not because people wouldn't get caught, but because no one watches the Pelicans, so you're safe.
It's not nationally televised. Yes.
Yeah, see?
Exactly.
I think, though, the issue, too, is he probably had too good of seats, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you could probably get away with that if you're in the upper bowl.
In the nosebleeds,
right?
Yes.
Yeah, if you're in the upper bowl nosebleed section.
But you wanted to show off, get some good seats.
Exactly, right? He's like, no, I'm going to show my strange. I'm going to show my side piece. What's up? I'm going to show who daddy really is. And look, now daddy got to deal with the consequences. That's all, like, it happened.
Yeah, sorry.
I am going to come up with a better sounder for this, but it is time for Am I Overreacting? All right. Am I overreacting? My girlfriend kept grabbing my dick, even though I said I didn't want to have sex 3 times. Oh. So last night, I was with my GF and 2 friends that are also a couple at their house. When they both left the bedroom that they were chatting and went downstairs, probably to have sex too. And me and my girlfriend stayed in the bedroom. After we had sex, I was really tired, and our friends came back into the room. While they were together with all of us in there, lights off, my girlfriend started to say that she wanted to go one more time. I told her I was tired and didn't want to do it, but she kept complaining, saying she wanted it and started reaching for my dick. I took my hand out of my I took her, God, I can't read right now, I'm sorry. I took her hand out of my shorts and told her I didn't want to do it, and then she grabbed it again and again and again. While I kept saying no, then she started being rude and said I don't like to have sex with her. After this, I left and have been thinking I really need some help because I don't know how to feel about this. Thank you for reading this. He doesn't actually ask what he's overreacting about in this one, but we're just going to say, is he overreacting about, does he think, is his reaction to her acting that way overreacting?
I don't think he's overreacting, but at the same, like, the second part was all of her friends in their room while she was trying to have sex with him the second time.
Yes.
Yes, that was she like was that turning her on that was that turning her on that there's an audience there?
So I do think that's part of it, but I have a theory about this one.
Okay, tell me.
So I think that the time that they had sex previously, I don't think she finished. Okay?
Possibly.
And I say that because the friends come back in the room. Now, if the friends come back into the room after I've had sex, everyone knows it, all right? There's a specific funk to the air after something like that happens, okay? All right? So I'm thinking the friends come back, and they're just all chilling. Why they're all in the same bedroom, I don't know. Maybe it's just a 1-bedroom thing, and the friends were just like, it's big enough. Either way, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking she's like, well, he's so quiet anyway. We could just try this again, and hopefully he knocks one out for me because Mama still needs her medicine. Either that or she's a bit of a freak, and she's like, "Yo, I'm trying to do it with an audience. It's dark, so they might not know."
Yeah, maybe she should have said that. That's look.
But he also didn't give a shit either. He was just like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
There's people here. So, I'm sorry. I'm just like, there's I want to just, sometimes, because you can't really understand someone.
Yeah.
Just by these paragraph sea of notes that they leave talking about, am I overreacting? And I really just want to, like, you know, sit them down and just be like, do you have a father? Do you understand how life works? What's going on? That were you into it in front of the other people? Like, there's just so many questions.
So many questions, yeah.
So I'll just say, look, no, you're not overreacting if you were tired and didn't want to have sex and she was pushing it upon you, right?
Right, yeah.
I think that she is a bit overreacting about the he doesn't want to have sex with her, but I will also say,
that's of course.
I will also say, though, y'all women don't like getting told no, okay? Because I could have like a fucking, my stomach could be messed up or something like that. I could be vomiting. And if y'all are horny, it's just like, oh, you're not attracted to me? No, bitch, I got food poisoning. I can't right now. Okay? Y'all are too used to just being told yes, yes, yes. I got a video that proves it. I don't think we're going to have time to get to it in this show. Next week, y'all are going to hear about it. I got a video that proves it. Y'all are too used to being told yes. Okay?
Okay.
So everyone's overreacting. Including me, apparently. Okay. Judy.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a little open with you real quick.
Okay.
I have a fear of being in the ocean. Okay? Because after about, like, especially when you're in the deep ocean, after about 10-ish feet, you really can't see anything in that water. Right. And I found this video, and it actually brings all of my fears to light.
Okay.
So I just want you to experience this with me real quick, okay? Here, let's do this. Put it in a place where she can actually see it. So for anyone who's listening, we just saw a guy on a kayak get whole ass swallowed by a whale. Okay?
Yes.
A whale swallowed him. He's in the ocean and it just came. And then luckily it spit him out.
Yeah.
But imagine if it hadn't. Imagine if it just swallowed him.
Yeah, what we gonna do?
And now he's gone.
He's gone.
And this is the fear that I have of being in the ocean, that at any moment, something's gonna come up and take a bite out of me, or swallow me, or just bump me in a way that now I'm disoriented, I'm concussed under the water, and I'm gonna die because I can't figure out which way is up, because my head is all ringing. There's so many things. There's so many things about it that scare me.
Okay.
And have I told you the story about the time I went snorkeling in Turks and Caicos?
No.
So this is the last time. This is the last time that I actually was in like a deep water situation, right? Mm-hmm. So first off, in Turks and Caicos, the water is much more clear. So you could see like 40, 50 feet down.
Right.
Okay? So that's the first thing I just want to get out of the way, because everyone's like, you just said you couldn't see more than 10 feet, blah, blah. No, the water's more clear in the Caribbean, okay?
Yes, definitely. Mm-hmm.
So, and also, there is supposed to be a fence around the entire perimeter of the island, so that nothing large can get in.
Okay, makes sense.
So it's supposed to be a safe zone, right? So I put my fear to the side, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be a good family member. We're going to enjoy the snorkeling, all this stuff. And so I'm in the water snorkeling, And then, I don't know, we're out there for like 10 minutes. I'm having fun. I'm seeing little tiny fishes. I'm like trying to be cool and like dive down deep and then see how far I can go because we have the flippers on too. I'm doing all this stuff, right? And then at one point I'm looking, and everyone's like seeming to be looking forward. And I decide to look back for whatever. And I see the fin of a shark flapping away from me, and I freaked the fuck out. But the thing is, I'm underwater, so no one can hear me scream either, because I'm turning and I'm like, and no one can hear me scream because they're also underwater. And I was like, oh my God. Right? And so I, at that point, just decide I'm going to get out of the water before anything happens. Because like I said, thankfully, this shark was going away from the people. I guess he had already had lunch. So I tell the family, I'm going in the boat. I don't think anyone should be here anymore. They're not listening to me because they're in the water still.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
And then, so I get on the boat, and then I just wait. Thankfully, there was only like 5 more minutes of like swim time anyway, and so everyone gets called in.
Yeah.
So I tell they're like, they could see something's wrong with me.
Right, yeah.
And they're like, Ryan, what's wrong? I was like, I saw a shark. No one believed me. No one believed me, right? Mm-hmm. One person, though, of the whole group, one person, because like I said, remember, we're in the fence and it's on the island, right?
Yeah.
It's at a resort. We're supposed to be safe.
Yeah.
No, one person of the group was like, no. I saw it too. The issue was that the one person that agreed with me was the one person that everyone in the family hated, okay? It was my brother's girlfriend for a litany of reasons no one liked, was the one person who backed up my story, and so no one still believed it. And I'm not going back in the ocean, okay?
Oh, this was the same family trip that we talked about in the previous episode with your brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Got it.
There's a lot of stories from that trip. There's a lot of stories from that trip. So yeah, I don't mess with the deep sea ocean. I go knee high or I'm in a boat, okay? But anything else, no thank you.
Okay, interesting. Good to know.
I don't want to get swallowed like the guy in the fucking whale.
I know, I get it.
Thank God that most whales don't have actual teeth, okay?
They don't, yeah.
Imagine if it was like an orca.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I told you this is a fear. Okay, like it's an actual fear of something.
So that's fun. We're supposed to go like part of our itinerary when we go to the Philippines is we're going snorkeling.
Oh my god! Yo, take a life insurance policy out now, okay? Because one of you is gonna get like something's gonna happen. I don't want it to happen. I don't want it to happen.
Why would you say it? You don't need to say it.
Why would you bring it up right now? You didn't need to bring it up.
We're snorkeling.
We were talking about my fears. Okay. You introduced your vacation into my fear. Okay, that's what you did. Take some responsibility, Judy. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. So, however, speaking of fears, okay, I think the video that you showed me of Babyface, I think this is a fear that every person who used to be a like superstar and now is just like a star. I think this is something that they all fear. This happened at the Grammys.
Chapel.
Yes. Go do that.
So for
like
anyone
her co-host.
Yeah,
sorry.
For anyone that's wondering what's going on, no, you're good. They were at the Grammys. It looks like it's the Associated Press at the Grammys talking to Babyface. Okay.
Yes.
And apparently, the new hotness, Chapel Roan, came on to the carpet.
On the carpet, yeah.
And they were just like, "Yo, Babyface, get the fuck out of here. We don't care about you. You haven't made a single that was popular since the mid-90s."
And no. So my issue with this is the one girl wasn't even looking at Babyface the whole time. And she was the one who like started interrupting her. And when she saw Chapel, she's like, Chapel. But then her co-host or co-interviewer was like still trying to talk to him. Like, why would you do that? And her other co-host, co-interviewer she just looked so annoyed. She's like, like, even if Babyface isn't as relevant as he was, late 90s, early 2000s, you're still interviewing someone. At least finish that, and then you can move on. That's just like the disrespect of it. It's just like, who taught y'all in journalism that this is okay? I'm sorry, but what?
So I'm going to be 100% honest. I did not see this video in proper until just now. The only way that I knew about this story was because I got an alert, I think, on my Twix feed saying, like, I don't remember who tweeted out, but we are so sorry. I think it was E! News, actually, that tweeted out, we are so sorry about the way that Babyface was treated at the Grammys and that his interview was cut off and all these things, right? So I was just like,
and then they issued, like, an apology.
Right. So when I read the tweet, I thought that, like, the broadcast cut him off. I didn't realize it was the interviewer who actually cut him off. That is way more devastating than anything else. And obviously the one girl just went into business for herself. She was like, no, this is my moment. This is my moment to become the greatest interviewer ever. I'm going to get Chapel Roan, and then all the people will know who I am because I will have interviewed Chapel Roan. Meanwhile, Kendrick gets like 75 Grammys that night.
Exactly right. Sweep the entire Grammy. But I don't know. It just really put me. I was like, "Oh, girl, why would you do that?" Please.
No, that girl. Honestly, she probably set her career back majorly with that one. Like, you have to. Yeah. You have the one rule of any kind of media is you have to deal with the cards that you are dealt. Right. Mm-hmm. Just like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when I found out mid-show that the audio wasn't working the way I wanted it to. Okay, well, I can either not do the show then, and we could just stop the broadcast, or we can just deal with the cards that we were dealt. And when you're on a live broadcast, you don't even have the first choice because you just have to keep going, right? So no, you can't ever do something like that. And especially, sorry, you can't. Like, I know I was making funny ha-has about it, but you can't treat someone that way in any regard. Like, especially, you invited them over for the interview. That's how those shows work, right? Yes. Like, you at some point were, Babyface,
we love you. Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Like, and he was like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure he was only there because he's, like, promoting his, like, residency or his show out here in Vegas or something.
Oh, does he have a residency there? Oh.
I don't know if it's a residency. I know I'll be seeing his face on the billboard. Okay, that's all I know. Okay. All right, so maybe he's on tour or something like that. Mm-hmm. I could see him as part of, like, an oldies tour. Anyway, I thought you were going to laugh at that joke because I said oldies. Anyway, it's not awkward now. It's fine.
Sorry.
But no, when you're in a live broadcast, like, that is, you have to treat everyone with the most professionalism to a degree, right?
Yeah.
To a degree. And that doesn't mean that, like, she could have called him a bitch ass during the interview and it would have come off better than what she did. And that's what I mean. Like, you have to have everything. You have to deal with your choices and everything has to take its course. So.
Yeah.
Agree. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Golly, that girl. Oof. Ooh. Watch. She's going to be fine. She'll just somehow be able to be like, well, I mean, it was Chapel Road. And the guy's going to be like, okay, you're right. Because this is the world we live in now. Where no consequences actually happen. I don't know what rant I'm going on.
Okay.
Oh, actually, what I just did was kind of kismet. Because I was talking about a world in which we don't have consequences. And this video that you showed me about this chick who was appalled by the fact that this restaurant didn't take Apple Pay obviously doesn't understand about consequences. I am so good at this. I am subconsciously doing segues. Woo-hoo!
You got this. Wow. So proud of you.
Look at that. Man, this must be what Goku feels like when he hits Ultra Instinct. And he just, so for anyone who doesn't know, real quick, Ultra Instinct is when he's just moving without even thinking about it. So that's yes, I have hit podcasting Ultra Instinct. All right, let's take a listen to this video about this girl wanting to do an Apple Pay.
Embarrassing thing just happened. My husband is over there with that group of people. I thought they took Apple Pay here, and they don't. And we're about to check out, and we're like, hey, do you take Apple Pay? And they're like, no. And we're looking at each other, and we're like, I was like, I don't have a card. And he's like, I don't have a card either. All I have is Apple Pay. And we're like, so we're going through our phone, right? Going through all my photos, trying to find a credit card, like if I took a photo or not, and we're trying to like figure out what we're doing. And we're literally just sitting here, and I'm just like, what do I do? He is literally over there. Right there. Never in my life. It's 2025. Who doesn't take Apple Pay?
All right, and that is the moment where I feel like she is trying to skirt the consequences right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Don't and let me give you some background on who I am real quick, okay? I am that exact same person as far as Apple Pay goes. I leave my house all the time with just my phone because it has my Apple Pay on it. So if I need something, I can get it while I'm out with my phone. And it's not even like I consciously do it most of the time. It's just like, well, I have my phone no matter what. It's my security blanket. So I'm not as worried about not having, let's say, my wallet or something. But even I know that if I'm going to a restaurant that I have not been to before, that I need to make sure that I have a card and or cash on me, right? Mm-hmm. What if,
right
now it'd be stupid in 2025, and to a degree, I think it's dumb that this restaurant doesn't do it, but what if a restaurant only took cash?
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. What are you going to do?
Yep.
What are you going to do? And then also, you know what? I'm sorry. Instead of doing all this back and forth stuff, I'm sure that the husband is trying to figure out something like he's zelling the manager or something, and then the manager is going to put like, I'm sure that that's what's going on. But be an adult about it and say, we don't have this. One of us is going to run home real quick and get a card. The other one is going to leave you their ID, their phone, like whatever you want.
Yeah, or they'll stay there.
And we're going to... Well, that too. I'm saying both. Right? Because at the same time, and the reason I say both is because these people are doing their job and you're making their day harder, right? Mm-hmm. So let's just say if at some point you were like, you know what, screw this, like this is just a really sophisticated dine and dash situation, right? So that way you have the collateral of some form so that if they do run off, you have something, you don't have to be watching them the whole time. You can go back to doing your actual job.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And this happened to me before too. Like don't get it twisted, I was like 20 when it happened, But we went to dinner one time, and I realized that I had every intention of paying, and I realized I had left my wallet at that person's apartment. Mm-hmm. And so we told the waiter, and they gave me a look because of the color of my... No, he gave me a look because he was like, I've been here before, right? Yeah. And I was like, no, I'm going to sit here. She's going to... Exactly what you said. I'm going to sit here. She's going to go get my wallet, and, whatever we have to do. Is that... And then is that okay?
Right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, yes, it is. Cool. And that's... You take care of it.
Yes, exactly.
You cannot just be like... Oh, they don't take Apple Pay.
Yeah, like instead of her making a TikTok, girl, just go home and get a card. I don't...
Right.
And that's happened to us where and it's not even a long time ago. It was maybe like a few years ago. We went to a restaurant where they were only cash only, and we didn't realize that. We were thankful that, like, down the street there was a bank that we could just grab cash real quick. But, one of us, like Keith, went to go get cash while I was just sitting at the restaurant waiting for him to come back.
That's the other thing. Go to an ATM.
Yes.
Right?
Like, ATMs usually sometimes take Apple Pay.
A ton of them do.
Yeah, okay,
right?
Okay.
So, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's other ways around this issue.
Yes.
You shouldn't... I understand if you made a mistake and you thought, but, like, you have no spot to stand on to be like, who doesn't take it? Who cares if they don't take it? That's their business model. You decided to eat there, so you have to deal with how... If they want to take fucking wampum as payment, you better bring out some fucking beads, okay? Run your pockets.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I get it. A lot of establishments do have it, but at the same time, it's not a requirement for them to have it.
Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying too, is I think it's dumb in 2025 to not have it 100% because it just makes it, because like most places, if they don't have Apple Pay, then I also probably don't have something with like that needs a security chip in your card or whatever.
Right.
And it just invites bad stuff to happen. Okay, let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you said, if they don't want it, it's up to them. It's kind of like when back in the day when you would go somewhere that still took like the Diners
Club,
or Diners Club,
yeah.
Right? Like there's American Express and Visa out here, and there's like Diners Club only.
Right.
Okay? They're the only one that are fair with us. It's the only one we accept. Okay.
Look, Costco's still out here only accepting Visas. They don't accept Amex or MasterCard.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's got to be something.
I don't know what it is, but
about the banking. Well, just like I'm thinking because most, if not all, debit cards are Visa cards, correct?
Most, I would say most, yes, but there are some that are a handful that are MasterCard debits.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we're talking... Now, I'm asking you about this. We're talking, like, actually from a bank, or are we talking those cash cards that you can buy?
No, like, so my Allied checking account has a debit card attached to it, and it's Master.
An online bank.
Yeah.
An online bank. Okay, I see.
Yes,
I see.
yes.
See? So, no, Visa gets all brick and mortar. MasterCard gets the online banks. All right, I get it. But
maybe that's how it is.
It's got to be something like that.
Something, yeah.
And that's got to be the reasoning for it anyway. All right.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
We spent too much time just overdoing it on this, right? We overthought it.
We did.
We overthought this whole thing.
We did.
And that's me getting us into our next segment in which Jude found. It's a Facebook post. Overreacting. It's oh God. Get off Facebook, okay? That's the oldest.
I'm sorry, I love this. I know it is but I love this one group that I'm in, and it's just so good. It's just some of the stuff I see on here is just so good. But yeah, it's not an am I overreacting? It's a am I overthinking? Okay, let me tell you the scenario.
I was more happy about it before I found out it was from Facebook. Okay, let's do this.
Okay. It's an anonymous member who wrote this. Obviously, she doesn't want to be like found out about it. Anyways,
what kind of group is this that you're in? Real quick.
We're not allowed to talk about it out in the public.
Oh, it's Fight Club. Okay.
Yeah. All right. But anyways,
okay.
This lady says, my fiance got me flowers and chocolate-covered strawberries. He said his only condition was that I didn't post it on social media. I know social media isn't everything, but I just find it weird that it was a condition of him giving the gift. Am I overthinking this? My immediate thought was he didn't want someone else to know. And I'm here thinking, like, girl, that's your whole ass fiance. Why is he telling you what you can and cannot post at this point in your relationship? Like, I'm sure at some point she posted that they got engaged. Like, it's like the reality that we live in. Like, obviously you're gonna post when like your anniversaries, when you get engaged. Like, they already know you're engaged. Like, why is he acting so weird about this particular thing? It's just my take on it.
Well, so maybe he's not big on social media stuff, right? Like, maybe it bugs him to a degree. But at the same time, he's an adult. And he realizes that it's a big part of most people's lives. And that she probably enjoys it. So perhaps it was just the fact that he felt like it was a small enough holiday type thing, because all the things that you just mentioned were big event moments, right? You got engaged, you're going to get married, and then all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So he's thinking, and this is just the thought process I'm trying to go down.
Okay.
Because honestly, as soon as I heard it, I was like, who's he hiding you from?
Right.
Who's he hiding, right?
Yeah.
But like you said, that's his whole ass fiance. So they have probably taken a picture or two together on the Facebook or
whatever.
It's yeah. But yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, is that he thought that maybe he could ask it the one time as like this is a small enough event that it can just be us. It can be something just for us rather than for the whole world.
Yeah.
But my dog, that's where you're incorrect, okay? Valentine's Day is their fucking Super Bowl, okay? It is nothing but look what my man got and how much better it is that he's my man. It's, like, if you're an online person, right? Thankfully, the EP is not one of those online people, so I don't have to deal with the Super Bowl Valentine's Day. But no, my dog, like this Valentine's Day is their one day a year where they do a fucking gut check to make sure that this is a relationship that they want to be in based on how much they can impress their friends about the relationship that they're in. Okay? What are you doing, man? You fumbled the bag on that one, my boy.
My boy. My boy. I was just reading that and I go, wait, I'm so confused that why now? But anyways, like you said, it probably has a different process, and who knows? Maybe he does at this point now. There's somebody that came along, right, that we don't know about. So I get it.
That's the thing, is like,
I don't know.
I can't imagine. I know that they are out there, but the type of dude who tries to hide his family from his girlfriend, those guys are just like, what are we doing? Okay? What are we doing that we're going to try and this isn't the 50s anymore. We just go to a different state and no one knew anything else. Okay? I get to watch people making breakfast in fucking Sri Lanka if I want to. Okay? Nothing is secret anymore, friend. That's what I'm saying. Dude at the Super Bowl was trying to hide in plain sight. He's like, everything is everywhere. I'm going to make it work. And it just backfired. But like, but yeah, man.
Yeah.
I need to know what type of group this is. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get that out of you. Maybe, you know what I could do is I could have Keith get it out of you, and then I'll get it from Keith, and then I'll have all the knowledge.
Well, Keith knows about the group because I read him these posts from him, and I was like, let me tell you what this person said. So he knows about it. So he
knows what the group is, but he knows what the group is, like what the type of group. So you can tell people.
Just Keith, because he's always here.
Oh, yeah, because it's the husband rule, right? Yeah. It's the relationship rule. That's
he texts me while he's right next to me.
So here's a question. We'll get into that another time, okay? But here's a question for you, okay? If someone tells you something that's relatively a secret, do they always tell you with the expectation that you're gonna tell your significant other? If it's like a serious, like me, I'm married and all that stuff, right? So does someone tell me a secret with the expectation knowing that I'm at least going to tell my significant other?
I would think so. I think that's how I see it. Everything I tell like my best friend, I would assume that they would also tell their husband some sort of like what the tea is type thing. Yeah, that's how I always see it. Like, I think it's just assumed now. Like,
okay, because people be telling me stuff, right? And I'm just like, I don't know if I'm allowed to tell anyone about what you just told me.
Really? So, like, it never comes, like, you're like, I gotta tell EP this. No, never, like.
No, I do that. No, I do it all the time. Okay. Right? Like, well, no. Let me take that back. I have gotten better at it. Okay. So women love the tea. All of them love it so much, right?
It's true. Yes.
Guys are bystanders of tea. We're just we're just trying to live our lives, and all this tea is just getting dumped on us constantly. And that's why when you ask us a story, most of the time in just a private setting, we give minimal details because we're just trying to get through it, right? We're just trying. What were the core memories of that event? Okay, XYZ done. Okay.
Yeah.
But as I have gotten better and at being, part of this couple, I have developed my tea muscle, if you will. Tea muscle. So I share stuff with her, but and I'll tell her about this later. I don't know if I could tell anyone else, but I'll tell her about this after I get off. Now that I've gotten it confirmed that from more than one source that is an expectation that is just. But I found out something about someone at work.
Oh, okay.
And I know for sure I can't tell anyone at work that.
Right.
So because it was like I can't tell anyone at work that, maybe I just shouldn't tell anyone at all. And so maybe okay, but those were the thoughts that were going through my head, right? But now I know because I've gotten it verified. So if this comes back to bite me, I could yell at Judy, okay? Because Judy verified it. That I'm allowed to tell my partner. Okay.
Yes, you are allowed. At least that's. Yeah. It just makes sense. I mean, what are you thinking? I'm not gonna ever say this. Me
all the time. All the time they confide in me and stuff, and I'm just like, why? Why are you telling me stuff? I don't want to know. And they're just like, yeah, here's my whole life story. Yes. Okay.
I'm telling you, that happened to me so often at my old job. The women I work with just come around my desk and just tell me everything as if I was like, what? So then obviously, they tell me and I'm telling Keith this after I get home, the wildest thing, my coworker said was she just talked about this. I'm like, why do they do that? Do we just bring out that aura of comfortableness around people? Oh, you know what? We can tell Judy, we can tell Ryan this. They're not gonna be bothered by it.
Because I don't know what it is, I bet. You know what it is, I bet? It's that we don't talk about stuff too often.
That's true. You're right.
So since we don't talk about stuff, they're like, oh, that's a secret keeper right there.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't know much about Judy, so we'll tell her and all this stuff. She's not a
how I get in. This is how I'm going to ingratiate myself by telling her my weakness, and then she'll be friends with me forever. Oh, here, real quick, because we got like 90 seconds left. I was in a conundrum at work the other day. I was doing some filing, and with the filing, I had some paper clips, and I don't care. I just put a paper clip in my mouth, right? Because I also probably have an oral fixation, whatever. But I just had it in my mouth chilling, and one of the people, another coworker comes in. She's not in my department, but she has been. She's not in my department, and she's not a manager, but she has been with the company for like 30 years or whatever, right? So I'm on the same level as her to a degree, but she's been there. Yeah. Anyway, she comes in and she sees me with the paperclip in my mouth, and she's just like, "Get that out of your mouth! What are you doing?" Maybe she wasn't yelling at me like that because it's an office, but she was talking to me in a very stern tone.
Yeah.
And at first I thought she was joking, so she said that, and I was like, "Don't tell me what to do." And she said, "No, I'm serious. I knew someone that died that way, and you could die. All you have to do is one fall, and then you'll choke, and then it's done." And while I do appreciate her caring for me, that she doesn't want me to die, and while I do understand that she is coming from a good place, she is not my mom, okay? I am a 40-year-old man, and you're talking to me like I got no sense because I have a paperclip in my mouth? Go away! Go away with your old self!
Go away! Go retire!
Fuck. I bet you did see someone die with a paperclip. You also probably saw someone die pushing rocks up hills because you're fucking ancient. Leave me alone! I mean... Look, that's not me trying to give anything away. She's been with the company longer than anyone. She got to be up there in age, right?
Yeah,
that's
makes sense.
That's just like, use your brain meats, okay? I'm not giving anything away. I'm just being... All right. Yeah. Anyways. Because this is... Because, you know what? Because I try to be respectful at work, right? So I wasn't going to go off on... If she does this shit again, then I'm probably going to say something. But I'm not trying to start anything with anyone, especially over a fucking stupid paperclip. So I just did it. But in my head this whole time, I'm fucking 40. And she's chastising me like I just got caught eating snacks past bedtime. What the fuck? All right. Well... That will do it for this show. Thank you guys so much for listening to the rantings and ravings of me and the stories and the giggles of Judy. We do appreciate you. And we appreciate that you're a part of the crew, that you come out. Seriously, I know that I don't do the best job at hitting people up on the social media, but I do check the email all the time. So if you ever want to contact the show, takeabreathpod@gmail.com, and anything. You have suggestions for the show. You have you want to know some ish about Judy Otis talking to you. Anything at all. You just hit us up there. We'll get you taken care of. Thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate you, and we will see you next time right here on A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Bye.
Bye.